guys, what's up? I'm Shin0555 here with my good friend SirHedgelord.
Hello, I'm SirHedgelord.
Yo, and yeah, so for this Sonic Month video, I felt like talk to another Sonic fan about Sonic, and I think that'd make a good video. I got some gameplay footage we're looking at, and so yeah, that's pretty much the video. And you can follow SirHedgelord on all of his socials. I'll link those in the description below. Also do a pin comment. And any of them you want to shout out, SirHedgelord?
Probably just the Twitter. That's usually like where you'll probably find most of my stuff at.
All right. So, yeah, and you do really good like the death battle thumbnails. Those are super good.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And your drawings are good too. I like your Ape Escape one. The one like the monkey in the Sonic costume.
That one.
That's
yeah,
top tier.
Thanks. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, got a lot of fun working on that one.
All right, yeah. So definitely go follow SirHedgelord. Other than that, let's just start talking Sonic. So
Okay.
SirHedgelord, we can all agree we hate Sonic Heroes. Let's get some common ground here.
I can definitely see the problems with it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's like the one.
It was the first.
Game. What?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you there, but
no, you're good. You're good.
Okay. Like it was the first game, like Sonic game, that introduced me to the series, so I'm gonna have a little bit of bias towards it, but. You know, I'm not nostalgia blind enough towards it to be like, oh, it's perfect, nothing's wrong with it.
Oh, you poor soul, having that be the first one. Oh, that's rough.
Oh, poor me. Poor me.
See, I'm weird. I didn't even know Sonic was a video game character until like Adventure 2 Battle came out on the GameCube. I always thought he was a cartoon character. Like I'm like nearly 30, so I grew up watching like the Sonic Sat AM cartoon show. And yeah, and that's where I thought he was a cartoon character the whole time.
Actually, that's kind of like similar like to where I kind of started a little bit when I first got into the series.
Oh yeah, was it Sonic X?
I say like Sonic X, Sat AM, and like Adventures of Sonic.
Oh, those are all good ones. I'm surprised you watched like the 90s ones.
Oh yeah, I did. Like I remember when I was a kid, my neighbor, he actually had the full collection of them, and I think he just gave them to me because he didn't watch them anymore or something like that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I can't find it anymore, which it really sucks because I would really want to like watch that again sometime.
I don't know if I could say this on stream. Do you know Internet Archive? I hope this doesn't take Internet Archive down.
Yeah, I know what Internet Archive is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they might have the whole series up on there.
I think that, and then you could probably find like on YouTube like re-uploads of the episodes.
Yeah, that's true. It's so good. I actually have it on DVD. Sat AM. I remember it was at like Best Buy one time, and I just saw it, and I was like amazed that they actually had it on DVD.
Nice.
So yeah, I snatched that right up.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that segues pretty good into the main topic we want to talk about.
Yep.
And that's Sonic stories and like characterizations and things like that. So I'll let you start us off.
Okay. I also. Oh, sorry. Let you go first.
What like Sonic story would you think is like a good one?
Sonic Adventure, like the adventure games, or just like the Dark Age, like entirely.
I think I would agree. The Dark Age had actually some pretty damn good Sonic stories.
Like I'm kind of biased towards that. I'll just be crystal clear with that. I really love the Dark Age stories.
Yeah, me
too.
That's
kind of be.
Like I would say like Black Knight. I love like the King Arthur legend, so like I love that story off the bat. And also, I think it's like the best characterization of Sonic in a game.
actually, funny thing you brought that up because that's what I was actually gonna bring up. Actually,
Oh, great minds think alike.
good job. Yeah, like I think I've said this before, but the version of Sonic that I'm the fan of is like, I mean, you can lump in like the Dark Age Sonic with it too, because like he's still similar to that one. That's the Japanese Sonic. I know it sounds like a complete like weeb saying that out loud, but
No, there are many Sonics. I like Japan
yeah,
Sonic.
yeah, I know you're more of a fan of the American one, isn't it?
Yeah, I have a soft spot for like Sad AM and like Archie
Oh
Sonic,
yeah,
but
oh yeah,
I
like
do like
oh yeah,
Japan.
I still like the American Sonic. Don't get me wrong, like you know, it's still good. Like it's its own thing. It's not trying to be like, you know, like it's just trying to be different. You know, it's not trying to be the same as the games.
Yeah. Well, it's just
But, I
funny
mean,
that like
yeah,
there are so many Sonics, cause like the game like they're pretty much all based off, or at least like the '90s stuff. It's all based off like the first game, and it's like he didn't really have like a character other than he was cool.
uh-huh.
So
It
like,
kind of like depended on like, oh, sorry,
oh,
sorry,
you're
I
good,
didn't.
you're good. Keep talking.
Because like it, like for me, like at least what it seems like, it depended like what characterization of Sonic, like just depended on like where you lived, like and what seemed cool, like you know, depend on where you lived.
Mm-hmm.
It's like here in America, we got like the Sonic with, you know, he's got a big ego. You know, he's like he thinks he's so cool, and like you know, you got in the UK an example like over there. You know, if you know Fleetway Sonic, you know how much of like an asshole he is, like,
Yeah.
and over there, and like that's like what's considered cool. You know, like I just think that's pretty neat.
Yeah, no. And like Japan Sonic, he's more. When I say
Like, he's kind
Japan
of laid
Sonic,
back.
yeah, when I say Japan Sonic, I think like the first thing I think of is that like toy animation, like Sonic CD opening.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's so cool. I really like that.
Yeah. So like just like an adventurous character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all about like running around and.
Yeah, and honestly, like you know, that really captures like what Sonic is as a character. You know, like I think that does like a really good job of capturing his character.
Mm-hmm. So.
Like you know, he doesn't. Oops, sorry.
Oh well.
Keep talking over
Finish
you.
your thought. I was gonna change subject to what do you think a bad Sonic character is?
Actually, you know, I forgot what I was gonna say, but I'll say it's kind of hard to define what I would call like a bad Sonic, like, because it's weird because I complain a lot about like the versions of him I don't like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you've seen like my Twitter, like you'll see me complain about like the IDW version of him and how I'm not really that big of a fan of it.
Yeah.
But it's like kind of hard for me to pin down like what I would call a bad Sonic.
I think Sonic Prime Sonic was a bad Sonic because
Honestly, like
he was like
yeah,
weirdly like dumb, like very naive,
mm-hmm.
and then
Yeah,
and like Sonic does care about his friends, but he really wouldn't
mm-hmm.
say it as much as Prime Sonic would. He would just go in and save them,
Yeah.
and they'd be like, "Oh, thanks, Sonic," and he'd just be like, either like not say anything and run off, or just be like, "No problem." Like,
yeah. And it's like kind of like actually, you know what? There is one thing I would probably consider like what I consider to be like a bad Sonic, or is the trait I don't like, and that's like having to change like his core trait just to tell like the story you want to tell. Like that's a problem I have like with some of the interpretations is that they try and change a chord to tell like the story they want to tell instead of changing the story like to fit the character, if that makes sense.
now I get what you're saying. I think Sonic Prime kind of did that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like you know he doesn't feel like himself, and they change him to tell the story they want to do with that. Because like you know, Sonic's a character that you could honestly tell any kind of story with without changing anything about him.
Yeah. That's why I think like Black Knight is so good, because they had like a serious like King Arthur story, and they just threw Sonic in it.
Yeah, you know, like you want to throw him in the world of Black Knights, you know, go ahead, you can do that. Or like you want to tell a story like where he turns into like a werewolf, werehog, go ahead.
Yeah. And it's like even with Unleashed, I like how he handled the werehog, because like he wasn't like happy with it. He
Yeah, like
he
he wasn't
didn't like the
happy with it, but
transformation.
like you could tell like he didn't like it, but like he had some insecurities about it, but like he wasn't like getting all like lashing out at people. Like, you know, he still kind of hit it, but you could tell that something was off with him.
Yeah. Well, it's just like it's one of those things. Like this is a character trait I like about Sonic is like even though he's like because it happened in the Secret Rings too when he got like that fire curse, is like he won't like it, but he'll put up with it and he won't complain about it. He would just make the best of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's not like a whiny character.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't sit down, whine, just throw a fit about it. He's like, whatever, just go on, get what has to be done.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's a very, like, resilient, like, competent character, too.
Mm-hmm. And I think that kind of, like, segues into, like, something else I like about him. It's like, actually, I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, my God.
He's very blue. I like how
God.
blue he is.
Yeah, I like the blue. He's a funny, spiky rat. I like that.
And then, yeah, one character that I'm hard to pick a personality on is Shadow. I know this is like kind of the year of Shadow the Hedgehog.
Actually, I mean, if you can't tell, I'm a bit of a Shadow fan myself, so, you know, I might have a little bit of wiggle room in, like, saying something about this. I know it's kind of hard to tell. You know, I'm a little subtle about how much I like him.
Yeah, a little bit. You have to really, like, pay attention to find that out. But, no, because I think Shadow's a weird
I'll let you finish.
Oh, I think Shadow's a weird character because, we see him in Sonic Adventure 2, where he gets introduced, and he kind of has, like, a personality, but then that Shadow dies, and then the Shadow in the rest of the games is, like, some android, and, like, the canon ending to his game is he kind of gave up on, like, being that old Shadow, and now he's this, like, new Shadow, but I don't think they really defined who that new Shadow the Hedgehog actually is.
The thing about that is I think they actually did give a canon ending to, like, if Shadow was the real one. It's just like actually I remember now because in the final boss I believe like you have to wait a certain amount of time and Eggman will like speak over like a intercom or something, tell him that yeah he's the real Shadow during the final boss.
Well, like I thought at the very because I remember at the very end of the game he has like the picture of Maria. And he just like lets it flow in the
see what you mean.
And he's just like or he says like sayonara Shadow or something.
Okay, yeah, I can kind of see the confusion like with the wording and like that.
Yeah, so I thought like I took that as like he's abandoning that version and like being his own thing now.
Oh yeah, that's kind of that's fair. And like besides like what I said before, you had to wait so long, you're probably gonna end up missing it anyway. So. I don't blame people for still thinking he's an android, so, Yeah. But, I think that's something they probably should have put, like, in the first, like, section of the boss fight, instead of having to be, like, something you have to wait around for to hear it.
Yeah, if it's canon, like, lore information, you should probably, like, let people know.
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit something important considering, like, the whole thing of the game is, like, Shadow discovering, like, his past and stuff, Call it a bit of a hunch.
Yes. What's your hunch?
I don't know.
But,
that's gonna be joking about it. But anyways, you were saying?
But, yeah, no, I like Shadows, again, it's just like, since I don't really, like, have his character nailed down, like, in my head, it's like, I'm interested to see how he's gonna be in, like, the movie. Like Sonic 3.
Yeah,
like
at least something like from. Oh, sorry.
Oh well, yeah, just interested to see him in Sonic 3, and just kind of interested to see how he is in Sonic X Shadow Generations. I wonder how much story we're gonna get in that game.
Yeah, good point. Maybe like something like around like the same like hours as like maybe like Final Frontiers, maybe something like around like not Final Frontiers, Final Horizons, like something like that. It's like, how long was Final Horizons in terms of like how long it was?
It's hard to say. I know it was at least like
Like,
it took me a while,
like,
but I
was it-
did everything.
I think, like, for me, I remember it like being like at least at most an hour, but I could be very wrong. Because eventually I just got frustrated and just put it on easy mode just to get it done with.
There's no shame in that. That shit was hard as hell.
Yeah, I know, especially like with Wyvern, it's like it was so stupid. The bosses were not designed for the perfect parry in mind.
No, I didn't even know you could perfect parry them until like
Yeah.
until
like you
that
saw
section.
it on the internet.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? No, I knew you could perfect parry. I didn't know you could side loop them.
Oh, you didn't know you could side loop them?
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck? But
yeah, like it was that what we were saying about like a movie Shadow. If I could say something about that, one thing at least I hope they don't do is like try to overcorrect it with him, because I know a lot of fans aren't happy with this direction, me being included. But like, I just hope they don't try to overcorrect with everything. Which I mean, I don't think they will. They did a really good job with Knuckles.
yeah,
Like just as an example. Yeah, because like, you know, a big complaint around the time with him is that like, oh, he's too stupid, he's too like dumb. Like one of my worries going in was that they were gonna overcorrect it and make him like this like overly macho, serious grump with no like levity to him, you know?
Yeah.
But they managed to strike that perfect balance of where, you know, like he's serious, but you know, like he's still a little bit like naive, and like you can tell he's like new to the outside world.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not like a stupid character. He just doesn't fit in.
Yeah.
So like if you saw, you know, like if you went to Knuckles' world with his tribe and he'd be like a normal person.
Yeah, you know, you'd be confused. Like you'd be in the same shoes as them.
Yeah. Like Sonic would be the weird one.
Yeah.
In that situation. And then
I mean, since we're talking about Knuckles, we can keep talking about him.
Yeah, there's Knuckles. The Knuckles show was terrible.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. I mean, I saw the first episode. I thought it was kind of all right. Like, I didn't hate it or anything. I didn't have high expectations, but I thought it was all right from what I saw.
Like, it's not bad. Like, his first episode's the best episode. Like, it's not bad. It's just not about Knuckles. Like, it's all about the cop, like sidekick cop friend. And it's like, why'd you even make this show?
Like, I remember hearing the video, like reviewing it, and they said they should have just called like Wade and Knuckles. That
would have been so much of a better title.
Yeah, you know, because like it would have been exactly what it was. You know, it's Wade, and oh yeah, Knuckles are kind of here, I guess, too. But you know, forget about him. Here's Wade, and he's doing like a bowling tournament.
Yeah, and then you got the Sonic meme where you put N Knuckles at the end of it.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's exactly the exact wording I heard from it too. Yeah. Like the video review I saw.
Yeah, no, that
shit. And you know how much Sonic fans love whenever anything minute gets referenced. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing either, just to be clear. Like, just to be clear, like, don't hurt me.
Yeah, no, I like the Cell references. I'm still waiting for him to say "Wait, that's cool." I just want to hear it one time. Just one.
Oh yeah, that'd be no pun intended. That would actually be pretty cool to hear. Yeah. No pun intended.
And then, well, talking about Knuckles, do you not like Boom Knuckles?
Actually, you know what? I actually like Boom Knuckles. You know, it's its own thing. It's not. Yeah, you know, it's again like. I'm not gonna hate something just because it's not like what I consider the main version of him. As long as it's like not trying to be like the main version, I can care less if it does its own thing.
Yeah, I genuinely like Sonic Boom. I think it's a very funny show.
Yeah, wait. Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's time for a little spicy take here.
Oh shit.
I'm not the biggest fan of Sonic Boom. I don't think it's that funny.
Oh my god.
Oh god, I'm gonna piss so many people off with that. I guess I should start locking my doors now. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Well, you know, people can have opinions, and opinions can be wrong.
Hey, it's okay. Yeah. Hey, it's okay for me to have a wrong opinion sometimes.
No, I thought
know, it's just kind of,
personally, I thought the humor was alright.
Yeah, hey, it's okay. Like, I can see why someone would think it's funny. It's just like, at least for me at the time, like the whole like, oh, look, we're so self-aware, how funny, ha ha, it got kind of old for me.
Mm. Yeah,
Like,
no.
you can only like do that so many times before I get sick of it.
Mm.
And it's like, it's just like, or with self-deprecation, it's like we're not laughing with you, we're laughing at you. It's like, and I don't really find that funny.
Yeah. How do you feel about Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog then?
Oh, actually, I think that's pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
I'm a big fan of I'm a fan of classic like Looney Tunes and stuff like that. So it'd probably be easy to assume that given what I already just said, that I'd like it.
Yeah. Well.
And I really like the Robotnik Eggman from that show.
Stupendous
like
as usual.
The memes aside, like I actually think he's a pretty funny character.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with like a Scratch Grounder. He really works well with them. Honestly, I'd really like to see those like Scratch and Grounder come to the main games.
Yeah, they kind of try to do that with like Cubot and Orbot, but like.
Yeah, it doesn't really hit the same.
Yeah, honestly, I'm still waiting. I was like disappointed with Prime, because like, okay, this was like my headcanon, but I was seriously hoping when Sonic broke the shattered prism crystal, it would have made him go into the other cartoons.
Oh yeah, I've heard a lot of other people say like something similar to that too, and that would have been really cool to see.
That would have been like amazing to see. I bet it would be a nightmare to get like the rights or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's probably like, I mean, aside from maybe like it didn't come across their mind, but if it did, that probably would have been the main big issue with trying to do it.
Yeah, I mean, like Sega should theoretically like own it all, but I don't know. If
yeah,
I
think there's
some weird rights issue.
I think there is. I can't remember. I think I retweeted like a thread or something going over something like that. I'll have to find it sometime. And
yeah.
I'll send it to you so you can see it. It's actually a pretty interesting read.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it would affect anything that like Ken Penders owns.
Oh yeah. Oh, don't say his name. Don't mention Echidnas. I invented Echidna. Stop stealing my OCs.
Oh, I still can't believe he won that lawsuit.
Yeah, I think the reason he won is because they couldn't find his contract. I think that's the reason why he won it.
Yeah, and then that's the reason why Sonic Chronicles of the Dark Brotherhood will never be remade, reposted, or ever talked about ever again in the Sonic franchise.
It has to go into the deepest, darkest depths of the series that can never be mentioned again.
Yes, it's there with like
has to go there with
Sonic kiss.
Yeah, it has to go down there with the Elise Sonic kiss, all the freedom fighters, all of it.
Oh, poor freedom. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna feel, because like it does seem like the direction they're going in is they're gonna put some of the IDW characters in a mainline game.
Yeah, honestly, I feel kind of mixed on that. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the IDW cast and all, but like, it's just like, I've never been like that big a fan of like canonizing it. Just like let it be its own thing.
Yeah, but I mean,
not everything. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just saying that there's just a lot of evidence there, because like the mobile games actually includes a lot of them, and then even in Frontiers, there's like hidden dialogue you can activate where Sonic mentions like Tangle and Whisper.
I don't remember him mentioning Tangle, but yeah, I remember. Wait, not Tangle, Whisper, but yeah, I remember him mentioning Tangle.
Yeah, so it's just like they're definitely like acknowledging them, and it's just like I think it's just a matter of time and that before they actually put them in like an actual like story of a game, and it's just like that'll be cool. But again, like if I see Surge get into like a mainline game before Scourge the Hedgehog, I'm gonna be very upset. I'm gonna feel a certain way about that.
You're gonna go online and complain on the internet about it.
I will. Like, I love Scourge the Hedgehog.
Mm. Oh yeah, Scourge is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just, like, I don't know, just something about him. It might be because he's green, or just like he wears a leather jacket and sunglasses. He's just
Like,
so
you know,
fun.
it's very, you know, it's easy to kind of make fun of him with, you know, being like, I know people would make the joke, oh, haha, Sonic OC recolor, very funny.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think, like, if you look past that, you know, he has some pretty interesting, like, concepts tied to him.
Yeah, I think the most interesting one is he literally is Sonic.
Yeah, and, like,
So,
that
like,
he has to live with that.
Yeah, and it's just like
no,
he has the potential to do everything Sonic can do. And it's like, that's a cool villain.
And honestly, like, one thing is, like, I think, like, he knows that Sonic is better than him, and he's just, like, he's too egotistical to admit it.
Yeah, it's like his biggest, like, flaw that, like, holds him back the whole time.
Yeah, it's like even in, like, the comic itself, Sonic tells him is that, you know, you could be a good person, you just don't want to try to be.
Yeah. And he even, like, tricked him into getting out of his super form, too. And that's how he beat him.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's really good, too. Like, it shows another side of him. Like, even though it's different, it does show another side to Sonic that, like, not many people would really think of when you mention him.
Yeah.
'Cause he's a lot smarter than, like, sure, he's not, like, smart as Eggman or Tails, but, you know, like, he still, like, has street smarts.
Yeah, he's very, like, situationally, like, aware. Like, he'll pick up on stuff without having to be, like, told. You know?
Yeah, and it's like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, well, like, just, I don't know, like, I can't think of any good examples, but,
maybe like Chaos in Sonic Adventure, because like he was able to pick up on that, you know, he wasn't okay, like he was pissed off about something.
Yeah.
And actually, oops, sorry, I'll let you finish first.
Well, I just thought of an example, like him using Chaos Control when he got shot out of the arc.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yep.
Yeah, that too. That's another good example.
Yeah, but what were you gonna talk about?
Another thing people don't really think about is that Sonic's actually very emotional intelligence, which was I was going to bring up after I brought up the whole chaos thing, because he can pick up on how someone is feeling, like if someone's not doing their best.
Yeah, that's true. He usually has like a like even if like Chaos would be a perfect, even though he's like raging, people think he's just like a mindless like water monster.
Yeah, but Sonic's the one that puts the pieces together and figures out that, hey, no, that's not really it.
And he used like the tapped out emeralds to turn into Super Sonic. Because he figured out Chaos was just using the negative energy, so he used the like positive energy.
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess I can actually use it as a segue and goes, oh boy, time for me to complain about stuff, because it's gonna be complaining about IDW Sonic.
Oh, here we go now.
Oh boy, time for me to complain, because I don't like IDW Sonic at all.
See, like...
that's a bit of an exaggeration, but like, I'm not a fan of it.
See, like, I wish I was more caught up, because I read it when it first came out, and I got up to the end of the, like, Metal Virus saga, and then I kind of dropped off, but now I'm going to start to reread it.
Yeah.
So, because, like, I buy the volumes of the issues, so I just read Volume 1, I'm going to go, like, reread it, and I know there's, like, one part...
way to read it.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I know there's one part where everyone talks about where it's like Sonic standing above Surge, and he says like some line, and everyone has a problem with that one.
Yeah, I could probably tear into that right now if you want me to.
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right, because for one, it's like one big issue. It's like, sure, Sonic had like that speech in like Black Knight and stuff, but like for this, my big issue is that like it's not done to fit for any like kind of story thematic. It's done just for Ian to use him as a mouthpiece to be like, this is how I write Sonic. Shut up about this already. And that kind of bothers me. Like, I'm not trying to paint him in a bad light or anything, but that's just what it comes off to me as.
Yeah. So it just came off as like preachy.
Yeah, that's like my big problem with it. And it doesn't help with the way this like scenes framed with Sonic standing up like on top of a cliff. with his arms crossed, looking down at Surge.
Literally talking down to her.
Yeah. So, like, hope you can kind of see, like, why me and some people have a problem with it. Like, putting it, like, that way.
Yeah, no, I wish I got that far, so I knew, like, the complete context of it. But,
like,
yeah, I heard a lot of people had a problem with, that little speech bubble he gives.
Yeah, like, honestly, like, you could just had him say, like, hey, I don't know what your situation is, but hey, we can just talk about it. Like, it wouldn't have been completely fine with it, but it would have been at least a little bit better than him going on a full-on speech rambling about how he cares about freedom, how cool he is, like, you know.
Yeah, no, like, honestly, I think one of my like, I think Archie Sonic is the best Sonic. I'm just gonna come out and say that.
Oh, that's fine. That's cool.
Yeah, and it's just like when I think of Archie
I like
Sonic, I think of like that panel where he's fighting Enerjek, and Enerjek has him like literally by the throat, and Sonic's still like calling him names, and then like Enerjek's like, "Are you done yet?" And he like says like 3 or 4 more. He's like, "All right, now I'm done."
Yeah, like that. Like, I like seeing that. Like seeing that little bit of sass from him.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Yeah, maybe like not to like that kind of like extreme, but like, I mean, I wouldn't say it's that extreme, but you know, but no, I still like it. It's fun to see him like sass back and forth with, you know, his enemies and stuff like that.
Yeah, and again, whenever I see Sonic, and I think this was like a hallmark of a good character, is I would like to see Sonic in other stories. Like, I would love to see how Sonic would be in like a Resident Evil game.
I mean, honestly, like you almost kind of get that with the Metal Virus almost, because it is a zombie story.
Yeah, but I mean, like interacting with like characters like Leon or like Claire, or like him in a Devil May Cry game, and it's just like, I think that's like a hallmark of a good character, where it's like I just want to see him more in different situations.
Yeah. And honestly, like, you know, he's a character that's built for that kind of stuff, you know? But he's a flat character, you know, like, he doesn't really change all that much, you know? He has, like, very discernible, like, you can point out, like, what traits about him.
Yeah, and one thing I like about him is, like, not the fact that he doesn't, like, grow, I just don't really like, characters that are purposely, like, made bad so they can grow throughout the story. Like, a lot of RPGs do that. Like, I don't know if you ever played the Tales of games, but Tales of Abyss, the main character in that one, Luke, he's like that, where they made him insufferable in the beginning, and then by, like, the middle of the game, it's like he starts to mature and get better. But one thing I like about Sonic is he's, like, a constant.
Yeah, because, like, you know, he's not a character that needs to grow or mature, he just already is. Well, at least for the version I like. I mean, I'm not, because it kind of depends on what version you talk about.
That's true. There's so many versions of Sonic. Like, movie Sonic, I think, is still too young.
Yeah, but, you know, I think it kind of does, like, even though I'm not a fan of, like, the idea of him, like, having to grow and mature, I think the movies do it well.
Yeah. And again, with the movies, it's just, like, the problem with the movies, like, my biggest problem is, like, I hate, like, the live-action people. Not the fact that they're there, but it's, like, it's fine that they're there in the first one, and a little bit in the second one, but for this third one, like, I don't want them to be there. I want this to be a Sonic adventure.
Yeah, I think the big problem is like they just like take too much screen time. Even like I'll admit, I actually like some of the human scenes. I can admit they take up way too much screen time sometimes.
Yeah, like
especially
in
the first.
Like in Sonic 2, you could take out the entire Hawaiian wedding scene, and the movie does not change at all.
Oh. Yeah, no, you got a point there.
Yeah, so it's just like you would just take like I think the whole scene's like 8 minutes. I think I remember heard someone say it was like 28 minutes. And it's just like you could take that amount out of the movie and then just have Sonic run straight to like the temple.
Yeah, and that's also like a big problem with Sonic 2 is that it does not pace itself out well. Like even as someone who really likes the movie, I can admit that's like the big main flaw with it.
Yeah, I really like the
Like,
movie too. I'm not saying I hate it or
yeah,
anything.
yeah, it's like one big flaw with it. It's like eventually at some point, it's like, okay, guys, when are we gonna wrap up here?
Yeah. And I think it's just a shame because, like, I feel like they shot themselves in the foot by making it live action and, like, CG Sonic. Where you look at the Super Mario Brothers movie and it's all CG, and it's just like, they're not being held back.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like, I think there's like some pros and cons, like, for each, at least in my opinion, anyhow. Because, like, I mean, like with live action, I think, like, because it's just like one thing with like animation in general. It's just like, it's not gonna really sell that well for like theaters, unless you have like a big, celebrity name tied to it.
Now, I think
Like,
Sonic would be the exception to that rule, because I did not go to that movie to see Jim Carrey. Like,
oh,
I don't think anyone did.
Like, obviously, I expect it. I mean, unless you're not someone that's not a fan of series, like, I mean, it's like, I mean, my dad, just like as an example, like, from I'd probably say like the only reason he went is because I wanted to go see it.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'd probably say like Jim Carrey's probably like one of the main like things that probably drove him to be like, okay, fine, whatever, let's go. At least that's what I could probably take a guess from. But he actually ended up enjoying the movies.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, they're good movies.
Yeah.
They're solid.
Yeah. I mean,
and honestly, I think because like Jim Carrey's gonna be in the third one. I think they said that.
And, oh yeah, he is.
But I think this might be the last one he's gonna do, because I think he said he's done with like acting. But what I think they should do with his character is like have something happen to like Jim Carrey's Eggman and have him turn into like a CG Eggman, like the games. Like have like an experiment go wrong, one of his machines malfunction, it hits Jim Carrey and turns him into like a CG character. And then that way you could just have Eggman there without having Jim Carrey act it out.
I mean, if they still want to, they could probably like, because I think if they would do that, the most likely option is that they probably still cast a celebrity for it. And like, honestly, I just want to talk about this because actually my dad brought this up. Because we were watching like Back to the Future the other day. He said to me that he thinks that who Christopher Lloyd is, don't you? He plays Doc Brown. Yeah, he said he thinks that he'd make like a good Eggman, and honestly, like, I can kind of see it. Yeah. At least for me, anyhow.
Yeah,
I think Christopher Lloyd would. Honestly, like, I don't actually want to see it just because I really like Back to the Future. I really like those movies.
I could see him being a good Gerald Robotnik.
Ooh, yeah, I could actually see it, but like he can do like he's played good villain characters, and well, obviously his most well-known role, Doc Brown, he's a mad scientist, so he could probably do it pretty well because it'd be doing two roles he's good at doing.
Yeah, that's true.
All in the same role.
That is true. And yeah, no, I'm excited for Sonic 3 though. I can't wait for December when that movie drops.
I'm just worried that will kind of be like the people have made like jokes about like it being like the Spider-Man 3 of like the Sonic movies, like when I say Spider-Man 3, like the one.
Yeah. So the like, greatest one out of all of them?
Wait, whoa, you think Spider-Man 3 is the best one?
No, Spider-Man 2 is definitely the best one, but like I might like Spider-Man 3 more than Spider-Man 1.
Oh, really? I never really ever heard someone say that before.
Now, I really like Spider-Man 3. I love Venom. I love
Venom's really cool.
Yeah, like I like how they did the black suit, and I genuinely like Evil Peter. Like
oh yeah, that's so I've seen like the memes before of like
Bully Maguire.
Evil Peter Parker. Oh yeah, Bully Maguire of him, like there's that dancing meme, and there's one of what's he say? You'll get rent when you fix this damn door.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just so great. It's just such a fun movie that like I just love it.
I think the problem with it is just that like I think this is the thing like people probably bring up for Sonic 3 is that, and this one that a concern I have with it is that they're gonna overcrowd it with throwing in like so many characters. Like don't get me wrong, I want to see like more source material characters, but it's like at the same time like you gotta balance it out.
Mm. I mean, there's still a lot of characters they didn't like tap into, and it's kind of weird that they don't have Metal Sonic.
Yeah, that's really like for me. Like, I'd much rather them focus on the characters they have and build up like Shadow and his story, because like, yeah, because if you do that, you could probably have a potential situation you had with the second movie where you have one character take up most of the screen time, like with how Knuckles did it, and meanwhile you got Tails, you're just, they kind of like brush it over and be like, okay, all right, here's your development, now get out of here, scram.
I still like how little development Tails got in that movie. It's still more development than I think we've ever seen Tails get.
Fair, yeah, fair.
Because, like, we've never seen that, like, Tails is home. Well, I guess that's not technically true. There's a Tails home in Sonic Battle.
Yeah, honestly, that's kind of something weird, like, you never really think about. It's like where these characters live, and it's just kind of that thing where you're better off not knowing.
Well, Sonic, I think he just sleeps outside.
Oh, he's like, a bum? He's like a hobo?
Yeah, because, like, Sonic X kind of showed that off. He just kind of, like, runs around the world and then just, like, chills out and just...
Yeah, that's honestly, like, just, like, a headcanon for me. Like, it's just, like, you know, he's just kind of like a hobo. He just goes around, like, just sleeping wherever he wants.
Yeah. Like, I could see Tails having a house because he needs a lab for all of his, like, gadgets and stuff, and that's in Sonic Adventure.
Yeah, I like to imagine, like, he just has, just, like, an extra room for Sonic. Like, he doesn't even use it. It's just there.
Yeah, I could imagine. Or, like, a little, like, cubby hole or something where it's just, like, a blanket and, like, a pillow. And then,
yeah, that's one thing to think of.
Yeah, and I bet Amy well, I guess technically Amy lives in a house in Station Square because she was getting groceries in the opening of Sonic Adventure.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so that must be in walking distance to her house.
Honestly, I think like the best thing for these kind of things is probably just not to think about it, because like the developers like intended for you to think that's bad about it.
No, there is an extensive lore video on where all these characters live.
We need to know where Amy gets our groceries at. How does this fit into the lore? Who cares if some of the games will be buggy sometimes? We need to know where she gets this lore. Answer it on the podcast, Dean Flynn.
Yes. I need to know.
I don't need sleep, I need answers.
Another thing that blows people's minds is, do you know Sonic canonically doesn't have toes?
Oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah, like his feet are these weird, like, rough...
Yeah, like blobs.
...shape. And it's just like... I think Cybershell had a video on that, and he pointed out Big the Cat, and he's like, Big the Cat's not wearing boots, he's wearing sandals.
Oh, Cybershell is so funny. I really like his videos.
Oh, he is so good.
Yeah, there's actually a channel like similar to him called Splash Dash.
I think I've seen a few of his videos too.
Oh yeah, he's really good. Like he's no Cybershell, but he's pretty good.
Yeah, I think Cybershell's like attitude and his like persona that he puts into his videos is
I really like
really
that.
puts
Like
him over the top.
Yeah, especially like I really like how like he like just the way he talks and presents himself, like with the very like kind of like monotone like sounding voice.
Yeah. And just like the jokes he makes, it's just like he's so like unafraid.
Yeah, I really like how out of left field they can come out of, like how it feels with some of them.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just genuinely really funny.
Yeah, man, I wish yeah, if only I could be that funny.
Yeah,
I just want to make
yeah, that takes like a higher level of like scripting out videos, editing, being smart.
Imagine being smart now.
I know.
Being smart is just a myth.
Yeah, no, like I'm again, I always say it, I have the intelligence of like one of those Ape Escape monkeys, like pre-helmet.
Yeah, I got a single brain cell, nothing else. It's just empty. It's monkey noises going on in there. It's like cow garden noises.
Like if I'm presented with like a problem, like my instinct is to like jump up,
Hit it real
run
hard.
around, throw a banana peel behind me every like 30 seconds.
I'm gonna hit it real. Oh, I'm thinking of like Team Force star Goku.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna hit it with the spirit bomb.
There you
no.
go.
What?
Because I knew it wasn't gonna work.
One, you used it on me, didn't work. You used it on Frieza, didn't work. And you didn't even bother using it on Cell.
Well, because I knew
I knew it wouldn't work. I like how we're talking about Sonic and then it completely devolves into this.
Yes, no, there's no way to talk about
it's
Sonic
fine, it's
and
fine.
not have it go into Dragon Ball Z at some point.
Also, fair.
Yeah, no.
I'll say, like, it would be. Well, I mean, I guess we do kind of have like a character similar to Cell and Sonic. Metal Sonic, he's kind of similar.
Yeah, he can copy all the abilities. I always thought that was fucking weird. Like, am I the only one that thought that was weird? Because like I get Metal Sonic is a copy of Sonic, and like you have that in like Sonic CD, but then they bring him back in Heroes, and he can just copy anybody, and it's just like I never got that from Metal Sonic.
Yeah. But sorry, 1 second. You can probably cut this out afterwards. I'm just checking the door was all okay. Sorry about that.
Someone break in?
No.
No, this is staying in. We need to check if you're safe.
It's probably my dad getting ready to come home.
Oh, yeah.
But I can still keep talking. Yeah, we're still good. You can probably cut this out afterwards.
No, everything's staying in. I don't edit shit.
Oh, great. We'll just keep
do it
this awkward
live.
moment in.
But
Anyways, what were we talking about?
I was talking about like Metal Sonic, like copying abilities.
Oh, yeah.
Like I got that for Sonic because he's a metal version of Sonic. But then they like in Sonic Heroes they introduced like, oh, he's like liquid now, and then he can like copy anyone's
weird.
ability. I was like, where'd that come from?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, maybe we can just assume Eggman just upgraded him after CD.
Yeah, but like it's even like a thing in like Sonic Rivals. When you unlock Metal Sonic, you copy the rival ability of whoever you're versing. And it's just like,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
So like Metal Sonic doesn't have like a unique like special ability power up. He just copies who's ever like your version. So if you have Sonic, you get Sonic's.
So
Knuckles, you get Knuckles.
So he's kind of like Kirby.
Kind of
like the Sonic version of Kirby.
Yeah.
Except he doesn't like swallow them. Which is honestly, I think that's good. People would probably make weird art out of it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, who am I kidding? People already do that with the characters anyways. Who are we kidding?
That's true. And it'd be hard because he'd have like a mouth.
Yeah.
He'd have to suck him into like that airplane turbine engine he has in his stomach.
Oh god, that sounds horrifying.
Yeah, no. Now, Metal Sonic's cool. I like Metal Sonic. I like the Archie Sonic Universe issue where, like, Shadow is, like, hunting down Metal Sonic, and then he tries to, like, reason with Metal Sonic, trying to say, like, you're more than just, like, a weapon. And it's like, I didn't realize Shadow was just a weapon at one point.
So, I mean, he really wasn't... I mean, technically speaking, I don't really think he was, at least initially, because, like... You know, he was meant to be like a research tool because, remember, because it was meant to cure like Maria of like her like disease.
I always thought that was kind of weird too. Cause like,
wait, was the name of the disease like an comics only thing, or was that actually something in the games? Because I've heard it, I just don't know if it's something that's actually in the games.
I don't.
Because I never hear anything.
I don't think it's mentioned in the games.
Yeah, because I never heard any mention of it, because the name of it sounds like definitely like it reeks of Archie.
Yeah, it probably
like,
did.
It's like, you know, that I think that Call it a hunch. You know, it probably has Ken Pender's name written all over it.
Yeah.
The wild things he would put into that comic.
Yeah, no. I wish I had Ken Pender's job in the 90s. Like, what other opportunity would someone get where it's just like, okay, yeah, we have this established character, But like,
and you can do whatever you want.
You
with
literally
them.
can do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's like whatever. We don't care.
Yeah. It's just like the stories I could make. And have it be like somewhat canon too. Like it's insane.
Yeah. Mhm.
What a lucky bastard.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I've actually been playing some Sonic Adventure here while we're talking.
Oh, nice. Good. Real lad.
I'm a
Sonic
man
Adventure
of
1 or
culture.
2?
1.
Okay. Where are you?
I went through the level select and chose Twinkle Park.
Oh, Twinkle Park's cool. Sonic? With Sonic?
Yep.
Good. Good. That's a good level.
Mhm.
Like the bumper cart thing you do in the beginning.
Oh, I struggled with that earlier. Oh.
Well, is there any other subject you want to talk to? Because I think we're at like, goddamn, how long have we been talking? Basically an hour.
No, I don't think so.
I think like 52 minutes I got in the record.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Unless there's like another topic you want to talk about.
No, I think I talked about whatever I wanted to. I think I'm good.
Oh, yeah? All right,
Yep.
well...
Yeah, it's getting late anyway.
Yeah. Don't want to hold you forever, and you gotta get through Twinkle Park. You gotta...
Actually, I just got done, actually.
Oh, nice. Nice, now you gotta get through what's
timing.
after Twinkle Park. Is it Radical Highway?
I don't know.
Or Speed
let me
Highway? It's
check.
Speed Highway Adventure.
Oh, Speed Highway. Yeah. Red Mountain.
Red Mountain. That's another good stage.
Yeah.
Sonic Adventure 1 has a lot of good stages. I like Sonic Adventure 1.
Yeah.
That's a chill
It's really
game.
good. Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna play through the Sonic Adventure games again when I get my Odin 2 Mini. That might be the first game I play.
Good.
But
All right, yeah, let you get going.
yeah, no. Well, thank you so much, SirHedgelord. Enjoyed talking to you. This was a great time.
Yep, had a lot of fun.
And yeah. So if you guys are still watching the video, good on you. But yeah, follow SirHedgelord on all of his socials. I'll leave a link, pinned comment, and link in description below, so it'll be easy for you guys. And remember to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. That helps me out. And happy Sonic Month, everybody. Hey, thanks for making it all the way to the end of the video. This is the end slate. This is the last chance I get to ask you to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. All that stuff really helps me out, so if you'd be willing to do that, I really do appreciate it. And happy Sonic Month, everybody. It's June. That's Sonic Month for my channel, so there's going to be a bunch more Sonic content coming out, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy the other videos I make and all that stuff. It's all Sonic related all month. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and you can follow me on all my socials. Everything is always linked in the description below. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, thanks, bye. Later.